Good morning for the next 2 minutes, and welcome to the marquee matchup of the day here in the FGCL. On the right side, the home team, the Bradenton Slice, 9-0, but the final unbeaten team in the FGCL, but not without a little drama. Last time out against the Snowbirds, it took a 5-run 7th inning to come back and win 6-2. On the other side, the Sarasota-based Swashbucklers, 6-3 on the summer, one of the best teams in the league. However, it has not been easy of late. They've lost 2 straight, including a 2-1 battle against the River Mocs on Tuesday. And now here on this Thursday, we'll see if the Swashbucklers can put together the effort to take down the Slice and hand them their first defeat of the summer. Glad that you're with us here on Field 1 at Palmasola. I'm Gray Robertson up here in the booth, and we want to hear from you throughout the show. So hit me up on Twitter at Gray_Robertson. Let us know where you're watching, where you're listening, and how you are spending this Thursday morning for the next 30 seconds or so. Here's the starting lineup for McKenna Reed's Sarasota-based Swashbucklers. Again, 6-3 on the summer, currently sitting in third in the FGCL. Shelby Taylor, the right fielder, will lead off, with Eden Frederick, the extra hitter, batting second. Olivia Tybel is the left fielder. She's in the 3 spot. Libby J. Hughes, the center fielder, bats fourth. Rusty Riley, the catcher's in the 5 hole. Jada Wade, the first baseman, bats sixth. Madeline Willard is at third, hitting seventh. Garrett Griggs is the shortstop. She's batting eighth. Zaylee Packett, the second baseman, is hitting ninth. And Lyndon Cole, the DP, will bat 10th. And they will face in the circle for the top pitching staff in the FGCL, the portaling Jamison Noonan, previously of Furman. And Noonan is ready for the first pitch. It's low and away for ball 1. First pitch right at noon. Noonan, a 3.77 ERA, 3-0 record, 13 innings, 20 hits, 10 runs, 7 earned, 8 walks, and 11 Ks so far on the summer. Facing another portaler, Shelby Taylor, who takes a strike. Taylor, 10 of 23 for 35 average, 5 RBIs, a double, 9 runs here this summer. In the portal out of Houston. Here's Noonan's 2-1, and misses low and away, 3-1. We will also keep you up to date on the happenings on the other field. Lance is over there. Top of the first, Impact and Snowbirds, scoreless, just like we are here, just underway. 3-1 to Taylor, that'll miss. A walk to start, and the Swashbucklers have a base runner. Defense for the Slice looks like this. Chapman is in left. King is in center. Gore in right. Wortham over at third. Sarrett at short. Kruger at second. Martinez at first. And Bocchini is behind the plate. The newest member of the Delaware Blue Hens, Eden Frederick, steps in. Recently portaled over there from Furman. That one just misses away, 1-0. Frederick is 9 for 23, a 391 average, 4 RBIs, and 8 runs scored. On-base percentage of 440. As the maker of the broadcast schedule, there are a few times I manufactured to where I get a matchup, and this was one. Admittedly, it's lost a little luster with this 2-game losing streak for the Swashbucklers, but it just feels like this is a matchup we're going to see in a big-time postseason game down the road. And at the same time, for the Slice, as they try and get the regular season title, you got to collect as many of the head-to-heads like Infinity Stones. They've already beaten the Finns, who are also 6-3. Two from Noonan. Runner goes. The throw down is a little bit late. And a stolen base for Taylor. That's her third this summer. And a full count for Frederick. Got a piece. Popped up foul again. Both dugouts are very in it early. I see the ball. I think it hit a car, but it stayed on the good side of the fence. Frederick bloops that to left. It's down. Chance at third won't be in time, and they're on the corners here in the first inning. Great job by Eden Frederick setting the table here in the first. Or should I say, oh no, I am so sorry, setting the table. Here's Olivia Tybal. I am so sorry. That's a tough one. Tybal in the portal out of Stetson. 4 of 19, a 211 average in RBI, and 8 runs. Tybal has walked a ridiculous 7 times, so a 423 on base percentage for her. Runner goes, and Bocchini spiked it into the ground, and that'll bring in a run. One nothing Swashbucklers. And now Tybal with the chance to add to the lead. That'll be an E2 on the throw that allows Taylor to score. Stopped at third. Wortham gets the sure out. And there's one down for Libby JQs. Oklahoma State Cowgirl with power for days. There it is on display out towards right center, and JQs has a 2-run shot. Right on cue. It's a tank for Libby, and the Swashbucklers have made a big statement in the first. Such easy power for Libby JQs. And she's now got 5 RBIs and 2 home runs here this summer. 2 of her 3 hits have left the yard. And a reset for Noonan now, facing Rusty Riley. Riley out of Boise State. Five for 18, 6 RBIs, 5 runs scored, a homer, 381 on base percentage. This is a ground ball to short, well handled by Sarrett. 2 down. That took a weird hop right up as Sarrett was making the play. But a nice settling ground out to send up Jada Wade out of Towson. Wade is 8 of 20, hitting .400, 3 RBIs, a double, and 6 runs. Two-0 from Noonan. If you're the Swashbucklers, you got to assume right now that while 3 is good against this Slice team, it's not going to hold up. You're going to need more as the day goes on. But it's a very good start. Kind of really the first time the Slice has been truly punched in the face. And now a 2-out walk. Bringing up Madeline Willard out of University of Arkansas Monticello. 5 of 18, 278 average. 4 RBIs for her, a double and 3 runs. Popped up, and Bocchini makes the grab to end the inning. But a nice inning for the Swashbucklers. They draw first blood. 3-0 going to the home half. Slice will come and get their first ups on the other side here at Field 1. Here's the starting lineup for the Bradenton Slice, coached by Brittany Purser, who's passing by right in front of us. Hi, Britt. 9-0 on the summer, but trailing 3-0. Brantley Wortham will lead off with Ariel Kruger, the second baseman, batting second. Jordana King, the center fielder's in the 3 spot. Mia Galella, the DP, bats 4th. A.D. Martinez is at first, hitting 5th. Anna Gore, right field, in the 6th spot. Callie Chapman's playing left, hitting 7th. Allie Serrett is at short, batting 8th. Riley Bocchini, the catcher, bats 9th. And Aspen King, the extra hitter, is in the 10 spot. They're taking on Allison Sparkman, the Florida Gator, a 5.44 ERA. 2-0 record. 18 innings, 21 hits, 16 runs, 14 earned, 22 walks, and 14 strikeouts for Sparkman. Starts off against the portaling Brantley Wortham, coming from UAB. Ball 1 to her. Wortham had the 2-run homer against the Snowbirds to take a 4-2 lead in the 7th. She has been as clutch as it comes for the Slice here this summer. 8 of 20, 6 RBIs, a home run, a double, 6 runs scored, a .435 on-base percentage. Kid that I really think should get scooped up very soon. A lot of teams have been interested in Wortham. Plays a great infield too. Also, I think crucially has not, as I knock on wood for her sake, struck out so far this summer. She's shown a great eye. And she's ahead 3-0. Ball 4. So a 4-pitch walk to start. And here's the defense for the Swashbucklers. Tybals in left, Jake Hughes in center, and Taylor's in right. Willard at third, Griggs at short. Over at second, you got Packett. Wade is at first, and Rusty Riley is behind the plate as the Duke Blue Devil Ariel Kruger steps in. Strike 1 to her. Kruger is hitting .350, 7 of 20, 5 RBIs, 4 home runs to lead the FGCL with 8 runs scored. So 4 over 7 hits have left the yard so far this summer. I love the energy from both dugouts in the early going. Kruger fouls off the change. If you're just tuning in, we do want to hear from you. Tweet me at Gray_Robertson. Let us know where you're watching. And if you're watching, you just saw Ariel Kruger get a base hit through the 5-6 hole. Just snuck it right in between Griggs and Willard. 2 on, nobody out. Chance for the Slice to immediately get an answer with the Stanford Cardinal Jordana King up. King, 9 of 22. 409 average, 7 RBIs, a homer, and 9 runs scored. 5 walks as well, so a .519 on-base percentage. King rolls that over to Wade. She'll have to hurry, and she wins the race to the bag. But here is Mia Galella in the portal from Boston College. It's been a reliable bat for the Slice, trying to get them on the board here in the first. Seven of 20, .350 batting average, 7 RBIs, 2 home runs, a double, 7 runs scored. Not a ton of wind to speak of here at Field 1 today. Air's a little heavy with the humidity, but for the most part, ball's been flying a little bit more over the last couple days. without that hard in wind. Good changeup from Sparkman, 1-2. I go back to it a little bit lower away. See if you get the swing over the top. Instead, it's a hard pitch that's sent out to center field. 1 run will score. Chance for 2. Play at the plate. Got her. And Griggs will tag Galella to end the inning. The Swashbuckler defense makes a play to wrap up the first. It's an RBI single for Galella, but the end of the inning, and it's 3-1 Swashbucklers going to the second here on Field 1. Well, what an electric start to this game. 3 runs for the Swashbucklers in the top of the first, and then they make a great play on an RBI single by Galella to end the inning. It was a great tag at the plate by Riley after a great throw in, and then the throw down to Garrett Griggs. Her tag was excellent, and now Griggs will start the offense for the Swashbucklers here in the second. Rising sophomore out of Alabama, sporting that crimson batting helmet, 12 of 26 this summer, 462 average, 7 RBIs, a triple, a double, 7 runs. Versatile player, and I'm sure she's taking a peek at Martinez playing deep at first. Takes a called strike on the outer half, 0-1. That's sent foul. 1-2. Full count. So far, nothing really for Griggs to attack. Noonan has been pretty much exclusive arm side of the plate so far. Now the payoff. That one did come up and in, fouled away. Foul again. Uh-oh. What'd that hit? Hit something. Ball 4. Griggs draws the walk. And so the Speedy Griggs is aboard for Zaylee Packett. Packett from Cleveland Community College pulls back the bunt. It's low. Here in the FGCL, Zaylee is 1 for 17 with 3 RBIs, 3 runs scored as well. Did not go. Ooh, interesting. Breeze is blowing a little bit more now. Here's the 3-1 from Noonan. Packett lines it to second, and the throw to first was high and got into the dugout. So it all works out for the Swashbucklers. Griggs was almost doubled off, and instead she's at second after the throwing error. Now ball 1 to Lyndon Cole. Cole from Arkansas Rich Mountain has been pretty good. 9 for 16, 563 batting average, 8 RBIs, a homer, a double, an OBP of 667. What a weapon of a 10 spot for the Swashbucklers. 1-1. Down right by the camera. Another 1-2. Upstairs, 2-2. Called strike 3. Totally froze her. Backwards K for out number 2. Nasty pitch by Noonan. Now back to the top of the order with the portaler Shelby Taylor, who walked and scored in the first. Strike 1. Won't take much to bring in Grigg. She is lightning quick. What a finish to the inning for Noonan. Back-to-back strikeouts. And the slice has a little mojo as we go to the bottom of the second here on field 1. Martinez, Gore, and Chapman due up here in the second. Marquee matchup of the day here in the FGCL. The Slice, undefeated, 9-0. First place in the league against the third place, 6-3 Sarasota Bay Swashbucklers. And the portaling A.D. Martinez out of Boston College starts things off. 308 average on the summer, 8 RBIs, a homer, 2 doubles, 7 runs. Strike 1 from Allison Sparkman. Defense helped out Sparkman big time in the first inning. And a strikeout for the first out of the inning, which brings up Anna Gore, newly committed to Jacksonville State. She has been a doubles machine. Overall, 9 of 21 for a 429 average. Of those 9 hits, 5 have been doubles. 3 RBIs, 4 runs scored for Gore. And she's got a liner to left. On the run, making the grab is Tybal. Quickly, 2 gone. So let's see what USF's Callie Chapman can do. She's also been pretty strong so far this summer. Takes it low for ball 1. Again, it's the consistency for the Slice that's striking. They're hitting 305 as a team. Pretty much everybody, outside of a couple names, are somewhere between 250 and 450. Chapman is one of those right in the middle at 350, 7 of 20. 7 RBIs, 2 homers, a double, and 6 runs scored. Three and one. That came in. I don't think she went, but they'll check down. Did not go. I agree. Good call, Tom. 2-out walk. I'll bring up Allie Serrett out of Walters State. 1 for 18 with an RBI on the summer. She has walked 3 times. Trying to pass the baton to the waiting Riley Bocchini. Bocchini, one of the 6 slice hitters with 7 or more RBIs here this summer. She's on deck. Serrett trying to set her up. Over on the other field, top of the 3rd, it's 3-2. Snowbirds lead the impact. Both those teams trying to get back on the right side of things as the standings start to solidify. There's a pretty clear line forming between the top 5 and everybody else. Mox won earlier today, so Swashbucklers, Finns, and Mox 3, 4, 5 all at 6 and 3. Then you've got 6th place Rodeo at 4 and 5. Sparkman just missed. She wanted it. Full count. Ball 4. Back-to-back walks. And here's Bocchini, Fresno State Bulldog. As mentioned, one of those with 7 RBIs. She's 5 of 18, 278 average, a home run, a double, 3 runs scored. Change up just a bit low. up the middle. Opportunity at second, and the play is made by Packett to get out of it. So Sparkman yet again dances out of danger, and we go to the third. Swashbucklers up 3-1. Two, three, four due up to face Jamison Noonan in what is currently scheduled to be her final inning of work here today for the Slice. It's Frederick, Tybal, and Jay Hughes. Eden Frederick singled in the first. Recently made her selection to go and join Delaware for the 2027 college softball season. That is a cue ball fair down to third, and Wortham's throw won't be in time. Ideally placed by Frederick, and she's 2 for 2. And now Tybal, who grounded out in the third. Bunts it foul. Just missed. 1-1. Waiting on deck is JQ, so you've got to, if you're Noonan, find a way to get Tybal out here. You cannot put 2 on, nobody out for the powerful hitter. Waiting on deck. Runner goes. The throw down was a good one, but not in time. And we will see a challenge here. So after review, Frederick was safe on the stolen base. Couldn't get clear and obvious evidence to overturn it, partially because Noonan was standing right there. But also live, I thought she got the hand in anyway. And now Tybal hits it out to left. Runners on the corners, but nobody out for JQs, and this is big trouble for Noonan. Libby JQs. 2-run homer in the first inning. Runner goes. Tybal gets the stolen base. And 2-0 on JQs. I am not opposed to being careful here. That's checked foul. Three and one. This is in the air to left and down. That'll drive in another run. RBI single for JQs. And it's 4-1 Swashbucklers. And now Rusty Riley. Noonan just looking for outs here. JQs was going. It's ball one. Riley grounded out in the first. Slice really up against it now. Rusty Riley back to the track out towards left field, and that is not caught. 2 runs will score. And Rusty Riley has a 2 RBI double to make it 6-1 Swashbucklers here in the third. And it looked like Chapman had a beat on it, but she couldn't find it, and we will see a pitching change. New hurler coming in for the slice, 6-1 here in the third inning. New pitcher for the Slice is South Florida's Amelia Jacob. A 1.94 ERA on the summer and 2-0 record. 18 innings, 12 hits, 5 runs, all earned, 7 walks, and 15 strikeouts. She replaces Noonan, who did not have her best stuff today. 2 innings, 6 hits, 6 runs, all earned, 3 walks, and 2 strikeouts. Jada Wade is the first batter that Jacob will face. She walked back in the first. And Wade lifts that to left on the run, making a nice grab is Chapman. That was on the transfer, so an out for sure. And there's one down. For Madeline Willard, who popped out in the first inning. Well, Jacob has got to make sure the Swashbucklers don't add any more. The Slice still has plenty of time to put some runs up, but this is by far the toughest start they've had this summer. And again, I was talking to Tom Canterbury, one of the other broadcasters here, about the Slice, and what's been most impressive about them is they have not let the snowball get started so far this summer. This is really the first time it's felt like a game has gotten out of control. Willard in the air to left. Chapman retreats. She got turned around and it falls. Riley will race for home. Willard safe at second. And it's 7-1. And it looks like the Slice will challenge the play at second. We'll step aside and watch while we can. So it is 7-1 after the RBI double by Madeline Willard. And here's Garrett Griggs. Oh my, look out. First pitch foul. Griggs walked in the second. That officially closes down the line score for Noonan. 2 innings, 6 runs. I beg your pardon, 6 hits, 7 runs, all earned, 3 walks and 2 Ks. Quickly 0-2 on Griggs. That's in the dirt. Good block by Bocchini. 2-2. Again, on that last replay, just not enough evidence to overturn it. Therein kind of lies the main issue. Plays at second are very, very hard to overturn with the high home camera. Over on the other field, an update. Maybe. Yeah, 5-3 impact over the Snowbirds, top four. Griggs fouls it again. Another foul ball. This is in the air to left. Chapman races in and makes the grab for the second out. And here's Zaley Packett, who lined out in the second. Oh and 1. This is skied by Packett. Catch made by Wortham. Inning over. But another big inning for the Swashbuckler offense. They're up 7-1. Slice will need to find an answer very quickly as we go to the bottom of the third here on field one. (10-1-2) due up for the Slice as they try and claw back King, Wortham, and Kruger against Allison Sparkman. Now this Slice offense has found a way all summer no matter the situation. But this is by far the most they've been up against it here in 2026. It would be quite a statement if they found a way today. Aspen King in the portal out of Winthrop. Her first AB of the day. So far this summer, King 2 for 18 with 2 RBIs and a run scored. Trying to turn the lineup over. Payoff to King. Got her. Strikeout for Sparkman. That's her second. And back to the top of the order with Brantley Wortham. She walked and scored in the first. Biggest comeback this season so far in the FGCL has been 6 runs. The biggest ever was 7. That's in the dirt. That largest comeback of all time was last year by the slice. Two. Wortham fouls it away. Wortham has it, caught at second by Packett. Waited on the change, but couldn't get it over the second baseman, and there's 2 down. Great job by Packett showing the awareness. And here is Kruger, who singled in the first. Rusty Riley will go have a word with Sparkman. Kruger, the Duke Blue Devil. Freshman last year for Marissa Young, a Michigan native. Mainly a pinch runner for the Blue Devils this past year. But her bat has been mighty impressive here in the FGCL. Right now trying to start something here in this third inning. Sparkman has got the slice a little stuck. Did not go. Don't think it was a strike. They'll check. Good call. Full count. Called strike 3. Sparkman paints the outer half, and after 3, it's 7-1 Swashbucklers here on field 1. Apologies for whatever the heck is going on with the score bug. It is not 12-1, it's 7-1. I don't know why when I've been changing the innings, suddenly the Swashbucklers have been scoring 95 runs. But it is a significant lead, 7-1 here in the fourth. Jacob back out for her first full inning of relief. Or rather, her first inning of relief in which she started. And a called strike on Cole. Lyndon Cole, Shelby Taylor, Eden Frederick here in the fourth. Lyndon Cole struck out looking in the second. Two-two, grounded to Wortham. Solid as a rock at third, one down. Back to the top of the order with Taylor. Strikeout and a walk. Not in that order. She walked and scored in the first, struck out in the second. Strike one. All right. It's called a ball. It was not. Taylor lifts that to left, and there's Chapman for out number 2. Two gone for Eden Frederick, who's been spectacular today so far. How about a pair of singles and a pair of runs? Pair of stolen bases, too. Wreaking havoc for the Swashbucklers in the 2 spot. It's going to be very interesting to see how this offense for the Swashbucklers compiles their postseason lineup. Because we're going to see Madison Hoffman a little bit later on. She's scheduled to sub in next inning. My assumption would be, like I think most teams should do in the postseason, they'll bat 9. So you're wondering, like, all right, maybe Griggs in the leadoff spot, Frederick 2, or rather Hoffman 2, JQ's 3. Maybe you have Kate English in the 4 spot. Have Frederick bat 6th. Maybe Taylor turning it over in the 9 hole. Lots to consider. I think Lyndon Cole make a lot of sense in the 5 spot. Frederick grounds that to second. And a 1-2-3 inning for Jacob. Good job by Kruger staying down on it and sending us to the bottom of the 4th. 7-1 Swashbucklers here on field 1. Three, 4, 5. King, Galella, and Martinez. Jordana King, Stanford Cardinal, 0 for 1. Grounded out back in the first inning, facing Allison Sparkman. We'll give you her line through 3 innings of work so far. Interesting. Time called very quickly by Sparkman. 3 innings, 2 hits, 1 run it was earned. 3 walks, 3 strikeouts. We've got King, a very good table setter, and then 2 big pop threats, Martinez and Galella. Flip those in the order. Waiting next. Ooh, and that hits King. A painful way to set the table, but a hit by pitch and a free pass here in the bottom of the 4th. And now Galella, who had the RBI single in the first. Interesting that, and now time is called by the new catcher, Kate English. By the way, Savant is now in over at first base. But I find the outfield placement for the Swashbucklers very interesting. Playing kind of regular depth for Galella. She's gone opposite way a few times. And right field is playing a little shallow. This is grounded to third. The throw to second got away. All the way to right field. And the Slice will have runners on the corners. So just like that, a throwing error on the fielder's choice. Puts 2 on, nobody out for A.D. Martinez, who struck out in the second. And McKenna Reed out having a word with Sparkman. But this is a young lady got to be careful with. First pitch. Up and away, ball 1. That is grounded through the right side. 1 run is in, and Galella holds at second, and she is out. And the Slice is out of challenges. And a massive mistake. She was definitely off the bag. Couldn't tell initially, but you got Tom out there. He's got a much better look at it. Is an RBI for Martinez. She's at first. And ball 1 to Anna Gore, who lined out to left earlier. Two and out. See how the Slice can bounce back from that mistake on the base paths. It is kind of wild, though. The 2 RBI hits by the Slice have both led to outs, at least 1 out, 1 a double play on the bases. Gore laces that to center. Martinez is at second. She'll stand on the bag. 2 on, 1 out as Gore gets her first hit. And now here's Callie Chapman, who walked in the second. Good block by English, 1-0. I had the same feeling last year. There's just something about this game that it doesn't feel like this is a runaway train and the Slice aren't going to be able to calm things down. Last season's comeback from down 8-1 against the Queens felt similarly. Got her. Strike 3, 2 down. And here is Allie Serrett, who walked in the second. That's fouled off towards the hut. Serrett fouls off the change, 0-2. Kind of the first hitter to make that adjustment. Called strike 3. A strikeout looking ends the inning, and it's 7-2 after 4 going to the 5th here on field 1. Fifth inning, it's 7-2 Swashbucklers, and we get our first look at Madison Hoffman, who pops up a bunt. Grace Brooks, a new third baseman, will make the grab. And there's one down, just like that. There are some defensive changes for the Slice. Walk you through those. After this first pitch to Libby J. Hughes, who's 2 for 2 with 3 RBIs, 2-run homer and an RBI single. First pitch foul. So here's the new defense for the Slice. Out in left is Molly Daly. Gore is now in center. Galella in right. New third baseman is Grace Brooks. Kruger's moved to short. Wortham at second. Martinez still at first. And catching now is Aspen King. As Jake Hughes hits that into the crowd, 0-2. In this inning, Hoffman, Jake Hughes, and Kate English due up. Already seen Hoffman pop out. Now ball 1 to Jake Hughes. Swashbucklers 7 runs on 7 hits, 1 error, 3 left. Slice 2 runs on 4 hits, 2 errors, and 4 left on base. Full count. Jake Hughes sends this in the air to left. It's up there a while, and Daly can't catch up. And there's ball 4. Walk drawn by Libby J. Hughes. And now you've got Kate English going to Reinhardt by way of App State, hitting .400, 8 of 20 with 8 RBIs, a double, and 8 runs. Swashbucklers trying to hand the Slice their first loss of the summer. Hit and run. That's popped foul. English skies this again. It was another hit and run, and it's just out of play. Runner goes. There's the strikeout. The throw is off the mark, but all is well. Stolen base for Jay Hughes. 2 down. And here is Kylie Savant in her first plate appearance of the game. Newest member of the Bob Mob with head coach Becky Clark in South Alabama. Savant 4 for 12 with 3 RBIs, a double and 4 runs. A .529 on-base percentage. That is stopped at third. Nicely done by Brooks. Throw to first in plenty of time to wrap up the inning. So, Jacob has done her job, settling things down. Now can the offense string together a little bit more? They trail by 5, go into the bottom of the 5th here on field 1. Bottom of the 5th, Slice looking to get something truly started. Brooks and King, and then Wortham. And Grace Brooks out of Providence will kick it off. 6 of 17 this summer, .353 average, 7 RBIs, a homer, a double, and 7 runs scored. She's also walked 5 times, on base percentage right at .500. The bottom of the order can produce. Look out. Top half has been pretty solid today. But Sparkman has done a nice job limiting the damage when there's been traffic, and there hasn't been a ton. And this is also, I'll say, been by far the most effective I've seen Sparkman's changeup be. She's locating it very well. It's keeping the Slice offense just a little bit on their heels. Strikeout. 1 down. That's 3 straight Ks for Sparkman. And now 6 on the day. One of those 6 came against Aspen King in the 3rd. Only hitter I've seen quickly adjust to sitting the changeup is Wortham, who's on deck. King is looking for a gap, and she'll drop it in center field. A 1-out single turns the lineup over, and a nice piece of hitting by King to set up the Slice. They're going to run for King, the catcher. And Sarah will come in and run for her. Here's Wortham. That's back to the backstop. Wortham is 0 for 1. Walked and scored in the first. Lined out, waiting on the change in the third. Back up the middle, stopped by Packett, and the throw to second, or I beg your pardon, to first from second is in time for the second out. Good recovery by Packett. It looked like Wortham was going to be 100% able to beat that, but she was a little slow out of the box, and now you've got Kruger. Takes the change for a called strike. Kruger is 1 for 2. Singled in the first, struck out looking in the third. Got to think the Slice need at least one here in this inning as they keep trying to claw back. Two and one. Changeup misses low, full count. Ooh, and that gets out to center field. And Sarah didn't see it. That would have been an opportunity to come home. Oh my goodness. I don't think anybody saw it except for the Swashbucklers. Holy cow. All right, 3-2 to Kruger. Could have just stolen a run right there. It's a chopper for Griggs, and the throw to first is in time. After 5, still 7-2 Swashbucklers here on Field 1. New pitcher for the Slice, one of the best arms in the FGCL, the spectacular Hannah Duncan out of Southern Utah. 15 innings, a .47 ERA. 1-0 record, 14 hits, 1 run. It was earned, 4 walks and 13 strikeouts. First batter she sees is Willard, who takes strike 1. Here in the 6th, Jacob went 3 innings, 1 hit, no runs, 1 walk, and a strikeout. Excellent job calming things down, giving her team a shot. Facing Willard, who's 1 for 2. And now down 0-2 in the count. Pop out in the first, RBI double in the third. Still feels like the Slice is in it, but the next inning will tell a lot of the story. Swashbucklers would love to add a little bit more. That changeup goes low, 1-2. It's Willard, Griggs, and Packett here in the 6th. That is smoked foul. Willard lights it up over towards Coach Britt's car. It's fine. Didn't hit anything. Still 2-2. This will be the 7th pitch of the AB. As Duncan tries to keep the Swashbucklers where they are. Give her offense a shot. Ooh, weird hop to Brooks, but she recovers well. And now Garrett Griggs, who's 0 for 1, a walk and a fly out today. Griggs, the rising sophomore for Alabama. That's foul. Slap to short and misplayed. The E6 will put Griggs aboard. And a 1-out base runner for the Swashbucklers. Bringing up Zaylee Packett, who is lined out and popped out today. Called strike. Well, I mentioned it feels like the Slice are in it. Any more runs by the Swashbucklers, I think, would end that thought. Hackett gets it through the 5-6 hole. 2 on, 1 out for the Swashbucklers, and the run rule inducing run will come to the plate in Lyndon Cole. She's 0 for 2 with a K and a ground out. On the other field, it looks like the Snowbirds have taken down the impact. So the Snowbirds move to 4 and 6. Impact drop to 4 and 6. Here it's a 9-0 slice. Up against it as they try and stay undefeated. 1 and 2 on Lyndon Cole. Hannah Duncan, one of the top arms in the FGCL, trying to fight through a complicated 6th. 2 and 2. Cole laces that to center field, and it's caught. What an adjustment by Gore to save a run. 2 gone. Good piece by Cole, but better defense by Gore. And now back to the top of the order with Shelby Taylor. She walked and scored in the first, struck out and flew out since. Uh-oh. Oh, and just got caught on the hip. 3 and 1, and both runners move up. Payoff to Taylor. Out towards center field, and it's caught by Gore again. Anna Gore showing out. A couple great catches. One on the run moving back, the other diving forward. And it's still 7-2 going to the bottom of the 6th here on field 1. Slice down to their final 6 outs, down 5, trying to stay undefeated. Molly Daly, the Arizona Wildcat, will lead off with Galella and Martinez waiting behind. Daly 5 for 20 on the summer, an RBI, 8 runs scored, a .304 on base percentage. First AB of this game. And that hits her. Against the new pitcher, Bell Verady. A first pitch hit by pitch from Verady in the portal from App State. So now she's got to face Galella. Ball 1. Sparkman goes 5 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs, both earned, 3 walks and 6 strikeouts. One and one on Galella, who's 1 for 2 today, a fielder's choice and an RBI single. Verady on the summer, a .311 ERA, 2-1 record, 18 innings, 16 hits, 10 runs, 8 earned, 10 walks, 10 Ks. All right, got all the housekeeping set up statistically. Another swing and a miss, 2-2. Payoff. Popped. And it is not caught. Great effort. But just out of the reach of Savant. And Galella gets another life. That is caught, and she's out at first. Two gone on the line-out double play. So 2 away for Martinez, who's 1 for 2 with a strikeout and an RBI single. Strike 1. It's kind of been one of those days. Martinez rips it through the right side. Base hit. Gore lines that out to left. Foul. A 1 from Verady. Gore loops that to center field. Jay Hughes is there. Side retired. Well, another nice play by the Swashbucklers defense, and we go to the 7th, 7-2 here on field 1. Top of the 7th, and Frederick hits that on the infield, and she'll reach with an infield single to start things for the Swashbucklers. 2-3-4, Frederick, Hoffman, and Jay Hughes. How about a 3-for-4 day for Eden Frederick? Now you've got Hoffman out of Oklahoma State. She popped up a bunt her first time up to drop her to 13 of 24 this summer. I'll bust out the calculator for that. That's a 542 average. Still leads the league with 14 RBIs. Hannah Duncan, second inning of work, trying to keep the Swashbucklers where they are. The Slice has had a lot of base runners today, but a lot of mistakes on the base paths. Double plays. A couple tight calls have not gone their way. They missed an opportunity on a throwback to the circle that got over Sparkman and out to center with a runner at third, and no one saw it. It was very strange. Now Hoffman lines it to left. Still carrying and caught on the run by Daly for out number 1. And now we get to see this matchup for the first time today. Libby J. Hughes, who's been the difference in this game. 2 for 2 with 3 RBIs. 2-run homer in the first, RBI single in the third, walk in the 5th. Hit and run, fouled away. So JQ's is now 4 for 8 with 6 RBIs here this summer. Might be a little too late to, unless she just racks up the ABs to win awards, but the fierceness of her bat cannot be overstated. And we'll see. We still got time. Runner goes. The throw will not be in time. So a stolen base for Frederick. Her third today. Did not go. Seven steals for the Swashbucklers in this game. JQ's pops that up over my head into the parking lot. Just missed. Full count. Got one more game coming up on this field. Loggerheads and Aquanauts. And JQ's is going to drive in another run. 3 for 3 day. RBI double makes it 8-2. Rip down the line to bring in Frederick. And she's a triple short of the cycle, which I know we've never had in FGCL history. Now first pitch ball to Kate English, who struck out in the 5th inning. Good pitch, 1-1. That's over to third. One look for Brooks. The throw is in time. Chance at 3, and JQ's is safe. Runner on third, 2 gone. And here's Savant, who grounded out in the 5th inning. Strike 1. Well, the Slice will need to put together the most epic 7th inning we've ever seen in FGCL history. We've seen 7th inning comebacks, but typically it's 4 or 5. We've seen a 6-run comeback this summer, but that was, I think, through 3 or 4. This would be remarkable. Got her. So a good finish to the inning for Duncan, but an extra run added in for the Swashbucklers. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Bottom of the order, we'll have to get it started for the Slice, trailing by 6. Undefeated summer on the line. Swashbucklers looking to send shockwaves through the FGCL. Up 8-2 on the Slice. Slice 9-0 on the summer, but down to their final 3 outs with 7-8-9. Due up Chapman, Sarrett, and Brooks. Belver 80 trying to wrap it up and get the Swashbucklers into third place alone as it stands right now. Callie Chapman is 0 for 1 with a walk and a strikeout today. South Florida Bull. On the ground to second base. Packett's got it. Good throw. One away. Now Allie Sarrett, who's 0 for 1. A walk and a strikeout. Two and 0. This would have to match what Texas Tech did against Ole Miss in regionals if the Slice wants to win. You just, if you're Brittany Purser, hope it doesn't start with 2 outs. But problem is the Swashbuckler defense has been on it today, and the pitching staff has done just enough to get out of a few sticky situations here and there. Multiple double plays, multiple outs on the base paths today. Called strike. Full count. There's ball 4. A little bit too low that time for Verady. 1 on, 1 out. Belver 80 has been absolutely spectacular. Had a great performance the other day against the Mocs. Mocs won that game, but Bell was outstanding. Trying to close this one out. Has to face Grace Brooks, who struck out in the 5th. That is a fair ball. The throw to first sails massively. Sarrett will race for home, and she's safe. Brooks gets to third. It's 8-3. So it's a single for Brooks. I don't think any kind of throw would have gotten her there. And then the throwing error allows Sarrett to come in and score a great slide. I agree with the call on the field. Now it's 8-3 runner at third for Aspen King, who's 1 for 2, strikeout and a single. Strike one. King grounds that to second base. Hopped up on Packett. Another run does score, and it's 8-4. 2 outs. So it's up to Brantley Wortham and the folks behind to try and keep the comeback alive. 2 outs, bases clear. Ball 1 to Wortham. He's had a decent day today, albeit without a hit. A walk and a run in the first, well hit line out in the third, ground out in the fifth. Packett has been tested today. A lot of balls hitting her direction. One and one. One and two. Back up the middle, base hit. Wortham keeps it going. Ariel Kruger fouls off the first pitch. She's 1 for 3 today with a single, a strikeout, and a ground out. Slice trying to get Galella up to the plate. She would be the tying run. That means Kruger and Daly need to reach. Belverady trying to get the last out. 2 strikes away from it. Looked like she held. It was low. They'll check. That snuck away. Wortham takes second. I don't know. You can feel it getting a little tenser around here. Two one. Kruger lifts that out to left. It's dipping and it's caught. Hoffman comes in, makes the grab, and the Swashbucklers win the battle 8-4 over the Slice. Allison Sparkman gets the win. Jamison Noonan takes the loss, and the Swashbucklers move to 7-3 on the summer. First loss for the Slice. They are now 9-1. That'll wrap it for here at Field 1. Coming up a little bit later, it'll be the Loggerheads and the Aquanauts. Until then, thanks for hanging out. I'm Gray Robertson as the Swashbucklers win at 8-4 over the Slice. We'll see you next time. One more game upcoming. Tom will be up here in the booth with it. We'll see you then.